remember you've now been sent which sequence you'll be teaching at the end, right? So some of you will be teaching a portion of what I'm teaching you this evening. Okay, so maybe you just want to like think about it a little bit more, but otherwise just enjoy it, take it easy, and let's get going. All right, so come to seated on your mats, just with your legs crossed, sitting up nice and tall. And if you have any more questions when we get back together just now, please feel free to ask away. Okay. So we're sitting with our legs in a comfortable cross-seated position. And bringing your hands into the fronts of your knees, just take a moment to settle into your seat. Remember, if sitting feels uncomfortable for you, you can always sit on a little cushion or a block, and that really helps you to get more lift and length in the spine. And just close your eyes and take a moment just to check into how your body is feeling this evening. Might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all the stuff that's come up in the last week, and that's completely normal, and just trust in the process. Trust in this journey that's all unfolding. Even though it can seem a little daunting at times, you're exactly where you need to be, and everything you're feeling is normal. And with your eyes closed, turn your awareness to your breath. And just settle into the natural rhythm of your inhalation and exhalation. Allowing any tension from your week just to dissolve away as you become completely present here and now on your mat. Allow your mind to quieten. Maybe you wish to reflect on that intention we set at the beginning of this course. Just checking in on where you are today. You can keep the eyes closed, or if you wish, you can allow your eyes to open. As you round back off your sit bones, we move into a seated cat stretch, holding onto the fronts of the knees, allowing the spine to round, feeling a nice stretch between your shoulder blades. And as you inhale, sit forwards on your sitting bones, lift your chest and gently draw your chest forwards, bringing the shoulder blades together, allowing an arch in the spine. Moving with our breath as we exhale, round the spine, curl back on your sit bones, feel a nice stretch through your back. Inhale brings you forwards to lift your chest, broaden across your collarbones, little lift in the chest. And continue to move with your breath as we exhale back. And inhale to draw forwards. 2 more rounds moving with your breath. Do whatever feels good. Use this time to just check into your body and release into any tight spaces. Inhale up. Exhale back. And last round. And when you're ready, begin to bring yourself back to your comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Uncross your legs, bringing the feet hip distance apart, knees bent. Take hold of the back of your right knee and bring your knee towards your chest. Gently start to bend and stretch that right knee as we begin to warm up our hamstrings in preparation for Warrior 3. Keep sitting up fairly upright, chest lifted, spine long. Just moving nice and slowly into those legs. From here, we bend the knee to the chest and slowly roll back off the sitting bones to roll down slowly through the spine, coming to lie down on our back. You can keep the bottom leg bent or straight, bent for a little bit more of an easier stretch, and then continue to bend and stretch your right knee. Relaxing the shoulders and the neck. Breath still flowing. Easing into hamstrings. Good. Preparing to come up as we bend the right knee. Look forwards, lift your head off the ground and gently roll back up to seated. Good, changing legs as we take hold of the back of the left knee. Sitting upright, we gently start to bend and stretch the left leg. One side can feel completely different to the other side. That's also normal. Nice. And then we're going to slowly bring it down onto our backs, bending your knee to your chest, curling down slow and smooth, rounding through the spine. And then lying on your back, relax your head and your shoulders onto the ground and continue to bend and stretch that left knee. Nice. Last little stretch. And then we'll stay lying down, bend both knees into the chest, hug your knees in, wrap your hands around your shins, give yourself a nice deep hug. If you want, you can rock a little from side to side if that feels good, or just remain still and centered. If you have a strap and would like to make use of it, you can place the right foot, the right board of the foot into your strap. If you're not working with a strap, you can hold the back of the right calf, or if hamstrings are very flexible, you can bind your right big toe. So whichever version you've chosen, extend your right leg straight up to the ceiling and left leg straight down along the mat. Flex your left toes to point up to the ceiling and keep your bottom leg straight and active, just as we will later on when we do Warrior 3. Press that left thigh towards the ground. If the right leg's feeling a little tight, you can point and flex your right ankle just to help you to ease into that stretch. And then keeping the toes flexed back towards you, go on drawing the right leg in so you can feel a nice stretch through the back of the leg. No tension in the neck, no tension in your shoulders. Nice deep breaths, trying to relax a little bit into that stretch. Good. If you're using a strap, you can just pop your left foot into the strap with your right foot and then change legs or change the hold of your legs. So right leg is straight down along the mat, flex right toes up towards the ceiling, pressing the right thigh to the mat, bottom leg is strong, straight and active. We can start with a little point and flex for your left ankle, just easing into the stretch. Taking it nice and easy. And then keeping feeling the flex in the ankle, toes drawing back towards you. Go on, bringing the left leg in a little closer so you can feel a nice stretch through the back of that left leg. Check that your hips are still nice and even, that you haven't shortened your waist on the left to try and get your leg higher, but that your hips are still nice and straight and parallel. Breathing here. Good. Release your strap, pop it off to one side, and then extend your left leg straight down along the mat. So doing our active version now, flex your right toes and bring your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Without holding on now, we're using our strength, active flexibility to bring that right leg up. So think about those legs in Warrior 3, one leg forwards, one leg back, front leg is in flexion, back leg is moving back into extension, right? So feel that scissoring action of the legs now. Go on, drawing the right leg closer towards you and pressing your left thigh away from you. Left toes flexed and active. Inhale to reach arms up towards the ceiling and then take both arms overhead. Moving into shoulder flexion. Normally you wouldn't talk like this in a yoga class, but just so you guys get familiar with the anatomy terms in the movements. Reach through your fingertips and feel as we come into a lying down version of Warrior 3. Go on, drawing your right leg in towards you, nice, strong, straight, active legs. Take one more breath here. And then release your right leg down along the mat, bring your arms back down to your sides, and just soften for a moment. Let's feel it on the other side. Bring your left leg straight up towards the ceiling. Active flexibility. Flex the left toes and press your heel up towards the ceiling. Think about your bottom leg. Right leg is extended and you're pressing through the right heel with toes flexed up. Feel that scissoring action of the legs. Flexion in the front leg, extension in the back leg. When we're in Warrior 3, not so much while we lie down. All right, from here we reach the arms up over towards the ceiling and then extending both arms up and back. Reach through your fingertips. Go on, drawing your left leg in towards you. Press through the heels. Strong, straight, active Warrior 3 legs. Good. Keep the legs like this as we bring the right leg up. Scissor the left leg down. Hover your left heel just off the ground. And then switch. Left leg comes up. Right heel hovers just off the ground. Keep stretching through those legs. Last time, bring the right leg up. Left leg goes down. Rest the left leg there for a moment. Pause. Take a breath. And then we scissor the legs 3 more times. Exhale. Scissor left leg towards you. Right heel hovers. And change. Scissoring the legs. Beautiful. One more time. The left leg comes towards you. Right heel hovers. And then hug both knees to your chest. And relax. Let it all go. We're rolling up to come onto all fours. So when you're ready, roll back up to seated. Roll over feet, knees, ankles, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then shuffle back into all fours. Take a look at your hands. Remember, pointer fingers pointing forwards. Spread your fingers and bring your shoulders to stack above the hips, above your wrists. Knees directly underneath the hips as we come onto all fours. Focus your drishti, your focal point, just ahead of you. And then extend your right leg straight back behind you. So let's flex the right toes down towards the floor to keep the hips parallel to the mat. Press out through that right heel. Feel that leg going back. Good. With your eyes focused, extend your left hand forwards. Coming into a little balance here on all fours, using our drishti to balance an active back leg. Take a breath here. And on your exhale, bring your elbow and knee to crunch as you round through the spine. Inhale as you reach through fingers and toes. Focus eyes, feel your drishti. Exhale, knee and elbow crunch together. Inhale, kick back. Press out through the back heel. Active warrior 3 back leg. Last time. Exhale, elbow and knee crunch. Inhale as we reach out. Keep your right leg up as you ground your left hand back to the mat. One last squeeze of that right leg back. Take a step forwards with your right foot into a low lunge. Move your right hand out the way. So we're going to stay on the back knee here. Bring your hands forwards. Be on your fingertips and lift your chest. Moving into a half split, we take a breath. And slowly begin straightening your front leg. Walk your hands back towards you, or you can keep your hands ahead of you if your hamstrings are willing. Flex right toes, begin straightening the right knee, and move back into low lunge. Inhale to lunge, lift chest. Exhale to rock back, half splits. Scissor the hips, keep the hips nice and straight. One more time, inhale, moving into a low lunge, lift the chest. And exhale, rock it back, half split. Holding your half splits for a moment. If you want, you can point and flex your ankle just to help ease into those hamstrings. Allowing for a little bit of movement. Good. And then moving back into our low lunge. Bring your hands back a little bit. So grounding through the hands, kick your right leg straight back behind you. Flex the back foot, strong, straight back leg. And release back onto all fours. Beautiful. To the other side, you're extending your left leg straight back. Take a moment just to flex the toes down towards the mat. Feel the squaring of your hips parallel to the floor. Squeezing glutes and hamstrings of the back leg to lift the back leg back into extension. All right, focusing eyes for balance, drishti. Extend your right hand forwards. Reach through the fingertips, push through the back heel. Taking a breath. Exhale to crunch, knee and elbow together around the spine. Inhale as we reach out. Reach through fingertips, focus drishti for balance. Exhale to crunch, knee and elbow. Inhale to reach out, strong, straight, active back leg. Last time, exhale to crunch, knee and elbow. Inhale as we reach out. Pause there for a moment. Bring your right hand back to the mat. Squeeze the back leg up a little bit more. Feel that activation in the glute and hamstring of the back leg. Take a big step forwards, low lunge. Come up onto your fingertips, lunge down into those hips. Feeling a little stretch into the right back hip flexor. Moving into our half splits, we take a breath in. And on your exhale to rock it back, half split. Flexing left toes up to the ceiling, squaring off the hips. And inhale as we move forwards, low lunge, lift the chest. And exhale as we rock it back. One more time, inhale, moving to low lunge. And exhale to rock back, half split. Flexing those left toes up to the ceiling. We hold here for a few moments as we point and flex that left ankle. Just feeling a little extra stretch here. One last breath with the toes flexed up, chest lifted, scissoring the hips so that they point forwards. And moving back into our low lunge. Ground the hands a little bit closer towards you so we kick the left leg straight back behind you. Hands stay underneath the shoulders. Beautiful. Strong, straight, active back leg. One last squeeze. And then gently release. Because it's Friday, let's come into a little child's pose. Knees can be together or apart, whatever feels good for you. Walk your hands forwards, rest your forehead to the ground, or hands wherever they feel comfortable. And just take a few breaths to relax here. Soften any tension from your body. Remember, at any point in the class, if you're feeling a little bit tired or feeling a little bit strained, you're welcome to come to child's pose at any moment. Just listen to your body. One last deep breath here. And then reach through your arms and come back up onto hands and knees. So we'll take plank from all fours to get into our ideal plank position. So check your fingers, wrap into your shoulders. Step one foot back, tuck the toe, keeping the spine just as it is. Step your other foot back to meet, coming into your plank pose. Push a little bit through the hands. Take a deep breath. And a slow, strong push into downward dog. So use your arms, push into your hands to slowly start to move the hips up and back. I want to see your arms shaking, that you're pushing the floor away. In our first downward dog of the day, let's bend the knees and lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Keeping the hips high, begin straightening out your legs. If they stay a little bit bent, you know that's perfectly fine. Inhale, we bend the knees. See if you can lift the hips a bit higher and push through your hands a little more. Then keep that as you begin straightening out the legs. Last time, inhale, bend the knees, lift the hips, begin straightening out the legs, and maybe taking the heels down a little bit if you can maintain the lift in the hips. Take a nice deep breath here in down dog. Let's slowly begin walking forwards towards the top of the mat. Just feeling a good stretch as we journey our way all the way to the top of the mat till we're standing between the hands. Feet together. Bring hands to your shins for a halfway lift. Press chest forwards, lengthen your spine without scrunching the neck. And exhale to forward fold, hands in line with feet, soften knees if you need to. Allow the back of your neck to fully relax. Rise up to standing, arms sweep to the sides or out in front of you, whatever feels comfortable. Reach up through your arms in Hastasana, high mountain. And then exhale, relax your arms to your sides. And take a moment to ground and come back to your breath. If you want to close your eyes and just use this time to check in, please feel free to. Palms are facing forwards. Chest is lifting. Shoulder blades are gently drawing lightly together and down. Eyes open. As we inhale, reach arms up, high mountain. Reach up through those fingertips. Let's do an extra slow forward fold. Reach your arms ahead of you, so we're adding load to our hamstrings. As we slowly come down, our hamstrings are having to contract and stretch at the same time, eccentrically stretching. When you're ready, hands ground on the floor, back of the neck relaxes. Coming into our halfway lift, hands to shins, press chest forwards, nice lengthened spine. Hands to the ground, take a big step back into plank. Check your hands, check your fingers. Nice and strong through your plank. Breathing in, slow, strong push, moving into downward facing dog. Using those arms. Taking the right leg up for three-legged dog. Square the hips, flex the right toes to point down towards the mat as you squeeze the right leg up into your three-legged dog. Keep pressing through your arms, keep those shoulders nice and strong. We flow knee to nose 3 times. Ready? Exhale, rock forwards, bring right knee to nose, shift weight to your hands. And inhale, kick back, three-legged dog, hips nice and straight. Exhale to round, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog, strong, straight, active back leg. One more time. Exhale to round, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back. Feel that active back leg for warrior 3. Take a big step forwards. Remember, move your right hand out the way to make that step easier. Before we come up into our high lunge, check your right knee stacked over your right ankle. Good. Try and stay nice and low in the lunge as we inhale, both arms up. Beautiful. Reach up through the arms. Lift your chest. Remember that feeling of length through the sides of your waist. As you lengthen through the sides of the body as we reach up and lunge deep. Straighten your right leg, square off your hips, and slowly fold forwards into pyramid pose. Squeeze your thighs together. Focus your drishti for balance as you slowly come down into your pyramid. Please feel free to use blocks if you like using them in your pyramid pose. Scissor right hip back, left hip forwards. And then let's just bend the right knee. And exhale, push back, pyramid pose. Inhale to bend the right knee, little lunge. Exhale, push back into pyramid. One last time. Inhale to lunge. Exhale to stretch. Hold here in your pyramid pose. Keep your breath flowing. Lengthen your spine. Square off the hips. Breathing here in your pyramid. Moving back into a low lunge, ground through your hands, sweep right leg back, three-legged dog, strong, straight, active back leg, and back into your downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in your down dog. Ready for the other side, left leg sweeps up for three-legged dog. Hips parallel, left toes flexed and pointing down to the mat. We rock forwards, knee to nose. Exhale to come forwards. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Push through your hands. Exhale to round, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back, strong, straight, active back leg. Last time, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale as we kick back. Prepare to step forwards between your hands. Nice. Check is left knee stacked over left ankle. Back leg as straight as possible. Inhale, arms rise up. Reach up through your arms, lengthen through the waist, and lunge deep into your high lunge. Nice. We straighten your left leg, square off the hips, and nice slow forward fold into pyramid pose. Because our arms are overhead, we are loading our hamstrings eccentrically as we forward fold into our pyramid. All starting to make sense? Maybe a little? Beautiful. From our pyramid pose, bend the front knee, little lunge, inhale. Exhale, straighten out the left leg back to pyramid. 2 more times. Inhale to lunge. Exhale to press it back. One last time. Inhale as we lunge forwards. Exhale, press back. Holding your pyramid pose. Scissor the hips, left hip back, right hip forwards. Little bit of lengthening in the spine. Straightening out the left leg more and more. Moving back into our lunge. Ground through the hands, kick left leg back, three-legged jump. Push through the hands, push through the back heel, take one more breath. And ground back into your downward facing dog. Go on, lifting your hips in down dog. Gaze forwards at the top of the mat. Option to walk, step, or jump between your hands. Bringing hands to shins for a halfway lift. Breathe in. And exhale to forward fold. Relax the neck. Rise into standing. Inhale, arms sweep up. Reach up. Lengthen. And exhale, arms to your sides. Grounding back in your Tadasana mountain pose. Take a few breaths here to ground. Feel the weight even across your heels and the balls of your feet. Feel the spreading of your toes as you ground down through your feet. As we open the eyes, inhale, arms up, high mountain, reaching up. Exhale, slow forward fold with arms out in front of you, working into those hamstrings as we slowly come down. And when you're ready, hands land on either side of the feet, back of the neck is relaxed. Moving to a halfway lift, inhale as you press chest forward, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, ground through the hands, step or jump back into plank. Strong straight arms. Slow, strong push into downward facing dog. Moving those hips up as high as possible. All right, we take this a little further. Inhale, right leg sweeps up, three-legged dog. Strong, straight, active back leg. Big step forwards between the hands. Check knee stacked over ankle and inhale, arms rise to high lunge. Straightening the right leg. We forward fold for pyramid, this time airplane your arms back behind you. Hovering your chest parallel to the ground, eyes focused, drishti on. Bend your front knee, inhale, move back up into high lunge, inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold, pyramid pose, arms airplane back. Hovering that chest. Good, one more time, bend the front knee, inhale, arms up. Exhale, pyramid pose with airplane arms. Holding here for a breath. Nice and strong. Bend your right knee. Shift your weight forwards, focus, drishti. Quick little step into warrior three. If you need to hop your back foot in, that's also okay. Warrior three, square the hips, aeroplane arms back. Bring your hands to the ground in front of you, hands underneath shoulders, and allow the hips to open for an extra stretch as we fold into our standing splits. We're going to curtsy squat as we bend the right knee, cross the left thigh behind the right, bend the knees. And then kick back, standing splits. One leg forwards, one leg is back. Same scissoring action. Bend the knees, curtsy squat. Exhale, kick it back, standing splits. Beautiful, one more time. Inhale, curtsy squat. Kick back, standing splits. Hold for a breath. Take a big step back towards the back of the mat. Walk your hands to the side of the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. Take a breath here. And then continue to walk around to face the back of your mat and forward fold of your left leg in a pyramid pose. facing the back of the mat. Your left leg's now in front, and you can fold your head towards the shin if you wish. Take a breath here. Lift your gaze, bend your left knee, come up to standing and hug your right knee into your chest. One-legged Tadasana. Stand up nice and tall. Good. Once you've got your balance, focus drishti. Kick your right leg forwards. Reach both arms up. Good. So from here, we're taking a pistol squat to the ground. Start to bend your left knee. Sit your bum back like you do in Utkatasana. Shift your weight back into the heels. Slowly coming down to seated. Maybe hovering that right leg in front of you. And then come to sitting down. Well done. Forward fold over the right leg, keeping the left knee bent towards your side. Take a breath here. Lift your chest as we reach arms up. Inhale. Take your right hand behind you. Take a big step with that right hand. Turn towards your right hip. Press through your hand and lift through the pelvis into like a little side plank. Good. Reach up through the hips. Push through the bottom arm. And then flip back into downward facing dog. Step your feet back into down dog. And breathe here. Nice. To the other side, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Strong, straight, active back leg. Straight away, we step forwards between the hands. Prepare for high lunge. Make sure knee stacked over ankle. Inhale, arms rise up. Reach up, lunge deep. Nice. Straighten through the front leg. Slow forward fold, pyramid pose, arms aeroplane back. Chest is parallel to the ground. Eyes are focused for balance. Squeeze your thighs together for stability. Bend the front knee. Inhale, arms up. High lunge. Exhale, straight front leg, scissor hips, pyramid pose. Extend your arms back. Last time, inhale, high lunge. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold, pyramid. Good. Holding your pyramid, prepare for warrior three. Bend your left knee. Gaze forwards. Shift weight forward, step. Warrior three. Just for a moment. Ground your hands. Take that right leg up. Standing splits. Beautiful. We curtsy squat. Inhale, fold right thigh behind the left, bend the knees. Exhale, kick right leg up, standing split. Two more. Inhale to bend. Exhale to kick back. Last time. Inhale to bend. Exhale to kick. Strong, straight, active back leg. Big step back to the back of the mat. Walk hands to the side of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Continue to turn all the way to the back of the mat. Right leg is in front. Forward fold, pyramid pose, facing the back of the mat. Just breathing here. We bring it up to standing. Bend the right knee. Hug left knee to chest. One-legged Tadasana. Once you've got your balance, kick your left leg forwards and reach up through your arms. Are you ready? Sit your bum back. Keep that left thigh high. Pistol squat to the ground. And when you're ready, sit down towards the mat. Take a stretch forward towards your left leg, either holding shin, ankle, or foot. And breathing here. Lift the chest, inhale, arms up. Take a big step back with your left hand, fingertips pointing to the front of your mat. Turn towards your left hip, pressing up into your supported side plank. Ready to flip back into downward dog and turning back to the mat. Pressing hips up, downward facing dog. Gazing forwards, option to walk, step, or jump to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, press chest forwards, lengthen through the back of your neck. Exhale to fold, nice warm hamstrings. Rising to standing, inhale, high mountain, reach up. Exhale, arms down, grounding back, Tadasana. Back to breath, back to Sept. So as you know, we'll be moving into our peak pose now, 3 different versions. Hands in the center of the chest, airplane arms, and then full version arms overhead. You know what we're feeling with the hips and the back leg, so bringing it all together with our focus, drishti. You ready? Take hold of your right ankle and bring the right sole of foot into tree pose. Squeeze your right heel to your inner thigh and your inner thigh into your heel. Bring hands to the center of your chest. Find your drishti point, looking either straight ahead of you or slightly down towards the ground. Kick your right leg forwards. Flex your right foot. And then pendulum your right leg back behind you into a hip extension. And when you're ready, start to lean forwards, pressing hands to the center of your chest. Keep your chest lifted. Right toes flexing to the ground, hips parallel. Bottom leg can be slightly bent if that helps you to square off the hips. Take a breath. Feel that scissoring action in the legs. Bend the left knee, big step back, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Nice. Aeroplane your arms back, so you're in like an arrow shape. Focus drishti. If you need to take a little step in, you can, or straight away shift your weight to the left foot. Coming to warrior 3. Strong, straight, active back leg. Arms aeroplane back, chest is still lifted. Take a breath here. Feel that back leg. Big step back into a low lunge, ground your hands. Kick left leg back, 3-legged dog. Back to downward facing dog. Right leg up, 3-legged dog. Step forwards for high lunge. Inhale, arms up. So now we're going into full variation with arms overhead. More load because the arms are up, right? Lean your chest forwards, bring your body parallel to the ground. Remember the tip. Keep your right leg a little bit bent. As you step into the right leg, take a moment to square your hips. Flex the back toes, press through the heel. Get yourself in shape, and then maybe you straighten out the bottom leg a bit. One more breath here. And then straight away, bring the left heel up into tree pose. Squeeze inner thigh to heel. Heel to inner thigh, bring hands to heart center. Focus eyes, find your drishti. We kick the left leg forwards, 1-legged Tadasana. Foot is flexed, toes are up. Strong, straight, active leg as you pendulum your left leg back. Keep your hips pointing forwards. Then tilt forwards into warrior 3. Chest stays lifted, don't drop the chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades a little together. Big breath here. Big step back, moving into high lunge with control. Inhale, arms up. Next variation with aeroplane arms. Aeroplane arms back, find your drishti. Keep the bottom leg a little bit bent as you step to the right foot. Square the hips, lift your chest, reach those arms back. Find your warrior 3 with aeroplane arms. One more breath here. Big step back to ground the hands. Right leg kicks up, three-legged dog. And back into downward facing dog. Well done, last one. To the left, inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Big step forwards for high lunge. Arms reaching up. Are you ready? Keeping those arms up now. Bring your chest forward. Keep the bottom leg a wee bit bent as you step into the left leg. Squeeze the right leg up, toes flexed to the ground. Reach through the fingertips, maybe straighten the bottom leg. One more breath. Come up to standing, high mountain, arms up. And release arms down. Back into Tadasana, well done. I'm sure it feels a lot different from how it felt in your first session last week. Close your eyes, return back to your breath. We'll bring it down in a moment. Moving into chair pose, Utkatasana, bending the knees, brush fingertips across the ground. Sit your weight back into your heels, sit low, squeeze knees and thighs together. Squat down, open knees apart, bring your shoulders between your knees, Malasana squat. Allow the spine to round and the shoulders to soften. Sit back onto your bum, bring the soles of your feet together, knees out to the side, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Sitting up nice and tall as you wrap your hands around the outer edges of your feet. You can stay seated upright or option to take a forward fold over the legs. Whatever feels most comfortable this evening. As we begin to relax the legs, soften the shoulders, soften the back, and slowly begin to unwind. Slowly roll up to seated. Keep your right leg bent as you shift your weight into your right sit bone. Slide your left leg behind you for pigeon pose. And then shift your weight back into the center of the hip, center of the pelvis. In pigeon, you want that right knee to stay nice and wide. And then forward fold comfortably into pigeon, either with your arms bent, elbows on the floor, or arms straight out in front of you. Wherever feels comfortable for you this evening, just relax into those hips. And then slowly coming back up to seated. Once again, sit off onto the right bum cheek. Bring your left leg forwards, back into butterfly pose. Sitting up nice and tall for a moment. And then we move to the other side. Shift your weight into your left bum cheek. Send your right leg back behind you, and then bring your weight to the center of the pelvis in pigeon. Take a breath upright, and then exhale to forward fold. Settle comfortably into your pigeon pose, and breathe here. See how much you can relax and soften here for 2 more breaths. As we gently start to ease back up, sitting back onto your left sit bone, bringing both legs around in front, both feet out in front of you, knees bent, shuffle forwards on your mat if you need to, so that we can slowly begin to recline down onto our back. And then shuffle your feet the width of the mat with your knees bent, arms in a cactus-like position. And then gently roll the knees over to the right into a gentle twist. And then over to the other side. And relax knees to the left. And then your own time, a few more times from right to left. Just relaxing and unwinding. Make sure that you're even on both sides. And when you're ready, please make sure that you're warm enough to move into our final relaxation in Shavasana. When you're ready, you can lie your legs straight along the ground and allow your feet to drop out to the sides. Hands onto the lower belly or palms facing upwards with your arms gently to your sides. Take a few moments to make sure that you're completely comfortable and that you're warm enough. And then become still. Turning your gaze down towards your breath. Allow your eyes to close and your awareness to turn down to your breathing.